The Nectar and Lowell mattresses are very popular with a lot of similarities, but which one should you get? Well, that's what I'm going to be talking about today. I'm going to be running through the pros and cons of each mattress, telling you about the key similarities and key differences, and telling you what type of person should get one over the other, so stay tuned. So what are the key similarities between these two mattresses? Number one, they're both all foam mattresses. Number two, they have memory foam in them, and memory foam is on the top layer as well, and they also have a very similar base layer too. So what are the key differences between these two mattresses? Number one, price differences. The Lowell is just a little bit more expensive than the Nectar is. There's also materials differences in that the Nectar has a little bit more memory foam, whereas Lowell has memory foam over a polyfoam transition layer. There's also firmness differences, so I believe that the Lowell is a bit firmer than the Nectar is. There's also feel differences as well, given that the Nectar has much more memory foam. It has more of that quick sandy memory foam feel, whereas Lowell has more of a balanced foam feel. Let's talk about the construction of both mattresses and what the differences are. Starting with the cover, pretty similar covers. They're nice and soft, have a nice texture to them. The only difference is that Nectar has an inch of gel memory foam quilted into it. The real differences lie in the mattress here. So we have a pretty similar base layer, but the big difference is how much memory foam is in each mattress. In the case of the Nectar, you have an inch quilted into that cover, and you have 3 inches under that for a total of 4 inches of memory foam. With the Lowell, it has an 1.5 inches of gel memory foam, then an 1.5 inches of a latex-like foam, then the base layer. So we have 4 inches of memory foam versus an 1.5 inches. That means you're gonna sink into the Nectar more. It's gonna be softer. If you really like just kind of slowly sinking into the mattress rather than sleeping on the mattress, that's more what the Nectar provides. Whereas the Lowell is gonna be a little bit firmer, less of that memory foam feel, and you're gonna feel more that you're sleeping on top of the mattress. It's gonna be a little bit firmer as well. As far as breathability is concerned, I'm gonna put these at about a draw. As far as durability is concerned, I think it's gonna be about a draw as well. So really just how much memory foam is in the mattress is going to be the key difference here. Let's talk about differences in firmness and feel. As far as firmness is concerned, I put the Lowell at about a 7 out of 10, 10 being the firmest, and the Nectar about a 6 out of 10. Martin out of my team has a little bit of a different opinion as far as total score, but he does agree that the Lowell is certainly firmer than the Nectar is. So as far as feel is concerned, it really comes down to how much of that memory feel you get. So with 4 inches of memory foam in the Nectar, you really get that quick sandy, slow moving memory foam feel. You don't get that quite as much with the Lowell, just given that it has an 1.5 inches of gel memory foam and then a latex-like layer underneath that. It's more of a balanced feel. There'll be a little bit of bounce, whereas the Nectar has almost no bounce. If you bounce a lacrosse ball on it, it basically just dies right there. So you get a little bit of bounce there, no bounce there, and if you really like sleeping in your mattress where you slowly sink into it, that's what you're gonna get with the Nectar. You'd rather sleep on the mattress, get something a little bit firmer, without so much of that memory foam feel where you're sinking into the mattress. That's what you're gonna get with the Lowell. I'm gonna talk through how I feel in different sleeping positions on each mattress. Starting on my back, I actually had pretty good support on both mattresses, found them to be a pretty good match. So my hips sink in a decent amount on the Lowell, but it's pretty firm, so it conforms to the curves of my body, but holds me up as well. So I thought it was a great match for me on my back. Nectar was pretty good as well, but I would probably give the slight support advantage to the Lowell in this case. If I'm just a back sleeper, I think I would have a better match with the Lowell. Switching onto my side though, Nectar really shined here, felt really good pressure relief, didn't really feel any pressure on my shoulders and hips. Lowell, I felt a little bit of firmness. It was still pretty good overall, but I felt like Nectar had the advantage there. Switching on to my stomach, I think Nectar was a little bit too soft for me. I think if I had to decide between the two, I would go with the Lowell if I'm sleeping on my stomach, which I found was about the right firmness for me and had pretty good support overall. So we talked about the construction differences, and I've given my subjective opinion on firmness and feel. But now I want to give you an objective test that shows exactly how well each mattress relieves pressure. To do that, I have a pressure map. I get down on my back, side, and stomach. What's important is that the side sleeping really. So if we show the results from both the Nectar and the Lowell, you'll see that the Lowell has a little bit less red than the Nectar does. And if you hadn't shown me those results, I would have just said, I thought the Nectar is softer and relieves pressure a little bit better. That's just my subjective opinion, but this objective test shows that it may be the opposite actually.
Hey guys, Martin here to offer a different perspective. Joe's 5'9", 160. I'm 6'7", 230. I have a different body type. I want to give my experience with these two mattresses. So today we have the Lowell and we have the Nectar. Talking about firmness, I said the Lowell was an 8 out of 10, the Nectar was a 6 out of 10. That's a pretty big difference. I think it comes down to how thick the memory foam layer is on top. With the Lowell, it's 1.5 inches. With the Nectar here, it's gonna be 4 inches thick. So it's really gonna affect me in different sleeping positions. With the Lowell, when I'm on my back and my stomach, you press through the soft layer pretty quickly and feel that support. So back and stomach, really nice overall support. However, on my side over here in the Nectar, I feel that really great pressure relief. So I kind of press in, I feel really kind of enveloped by the mattress. So better on my side. So in terms of if you're a bigger sleeper, I would say if you sleep on your back or your stomach, lean towards the Lowell. If you're a bigger sleeper and you are gonna sleep mostly on your side, I'd lean towards the Nectar.
If you sleep with a partner, there's 2 additional things you're going to want to consider when looking at a mattress. It's what we call motion transfer and edge support. Motion transfer is if your partner is moving on that side of the bed, is that motion going to be isolated or is it going to transfer over to you and maybe wake you up at night? Edge support is can you sit on the edge of the bed without feeling like you're going to fall off, or can you sleep towards the edge of the bed without getting that falling off the bed sensation? Now we look at these 2 mattresses. As far as motion isolation is concerned, they actually isolate motion pretty well, and I would say it's about a draw, so I can't say one is really better than the other. As far as edge support is concerned, I would probably give a slight advantage to the Lowell, which makes sense to me just because it's a little bit firmer overall. All right, now the moment you've all been waiting for. Who should get the Lowell over the Nectar and who should get the Nectar over the Lowell? Well, as far as who should get the Lowell, I think if you're looking for something a little bit firmer, you want to sleep more on top of the mattress rather than sinking into the mattress too much. You don't want as much of that memory foam feel. Maybe you're just a back and stomach sleeper, potentially the Lowell might be the way to go. As far as who should get the Nectar, I think if you're looking for something softer, a little bit more comfortable, maybe you just sleep on your side, you like that true memory foam feel, you like slowly sinking into the mattress rather than sleeping on the mattress, then potentially the Nectar might be the way to go. All right, so that's basically it. Hopefully I've given you a good overview of what the key similarities are, the key differences are, and who should get one over the other. If you're still a little bit confused, still a little bit unsure, all you have to do is leave a comment below. Tell me a little bit about your situation, about yourself, and I can give you a personal recommendation as well. And if you're just getting started with your research, definitely check out mattressclarity.com. If you'd like to see a list of our top picks, you can simply Google Mattress Clarity Best Mattress. And once again, let me know if you have any questions.